Hey everyone, Nicola Light here. Remembering us all back into our light. The part of the journey along our pathway into opening up into our true mission of why we came here can be cluttered with many different stones along the path. What I want to talk about today is spiritual ego. Spiritual ego is a phenomenon that we all work through. Our mind is transitioning from one place to another place, and we get invoked to see this beautiful power that we hold within ourselves, and we get one tracked mind into this is my creation. But what it does is it encapsulates this sort of almost like a compound of energy around you, that then you perpetuate this self-indulgence of the energy of pure sight of I am absolutely amazing, I do this, this and this and this, and I am your guru. That's not what I am about whatsoever. I'm here to empower you all on your journey to move through spiritual ego if you find yourself in that structure, or observe others and see the spiritual ego being played out by many starseed light workers that are in our community. I'm not going to place any pointy fingers at people, but there are certain peoples that are out that hold a sense of grandeur and do not wish to have an energy exchange and do not wish to bond and heart vibrate at others so that we rise together. If we stand in this field of energy of isolation of spiritual ego, then we literally disallow that connection to the collective to rise also. So it is so important. So I want to bring forward some codes today because it's really triggered me into creating this video for you all to see what it is that I see within my eyes, and from your perspective, from your resonance, from your understanding of this, can you see it in others? Can you see that people are just talking a load of story-based bull S, or or is it actually that they're giving you quality to enable you to see how I can do this also? There are so many out there that do, but have a look at the people that don't, and are you giving that energy away by siphoning it off to give them a sense of empowered status by saying, they're amazing? Yes, they are. And they're playing the stepping stone game of the evolution of the soul's journey. But unless they're getting off their podium, they will not rise higher than that where they are at. And it's so important that we move forward. Why is it that we are in a status? Why is it that we're moving slowly? Why is it this? Why is it that? Why am I being triggered left, right, and freaking center? Why, universe? And it's interesting within my own journey is that I see myself almost in a sense of stuckness, but not. I'm creating in that next evolutionary phase to bring in the next evolutionary stage of Nicola Light. And I honor that. And I see it within myself. And through my own practice, which I call the 8 program practice, that state of being balanced, in being spiritual, in taking the ownership of the emotional states and blending it together so that I can then move forward on my own journey and just say, hey guys, this is how I've done it. This is what these videos are all about. And it's not for everyone. I'm very niche in many, many ways. And if you are committed to watching my content, I am so grateful that you are at that phase of your journey, because I know that you will be moving forward with your journey at a greater response, knowing your energetic field. And it's so important that we rise together by giving and sharing and exchanging this beautiful synergy of balance between you and I within the universe that brings in everyone that needs to actually find this content so that you rise, that we rise together. There are many levels of understanding of this reality, and we find ourselves in these structured positions where we might find ourselves stuck and just Stuck meaning that we are playing in this field of energy with the this and the that. The collaboration with the universe is showing us, what does it feel like to be guru status? What does it feel like to be inflated ego? What does it feel like to be this and that? And with that, it comes a counterbalance of ego, because when we work in ego, there is this sense of duality. There is not this sharing energy that is this beautiful, beautiful synergy that brings you peace and joy with the exchange, but it's more of a sort of energy. There's one particular person in mind, so I'm speaking of and drawing that energy in, is that they're working so hard, so hard. They really get deep down and dirty within their journey, but it's actually creating issues with their health. And when we over participate in the dualistic experience from an ego spiritual path, it gives us this urge to really try to move forward. But if that spiritual ego is starting to kick in, then you're going to find yourself playing in that field, in that lesson. So let us move through spiritual ego and uplift the ego into celebrating the ego, into strengthening it, so that he can literally rise with the higher mind perspective, the higher levels of consciousness, so that state of balance becomes embodied, rather than ego mind creation, guru type energy. There's your dualistic experience. Imbalance, because you're not doing your inner work to see that you are in that space. Kianadobo subakiata kushpatana kiatadasha sumakukai shpatet umbakai shatat anaki kushpatana ampapopopo shkiatadasha dana makushpatana yesya. And as people rise in their vibration, you will start to see these platforms that will start to disintegrate because of the rise of the many that are moving into a higher perspective of understanding. It feels like, oh, I've been there, done that type energy, and you don't want to watch it anymore, or you don't want to partake anymore, or you don't give the power to it anymore, and it will just wither in the energy exchange of you and that individual that puts themselves on a pedestal. But then you'll have masses that will come up behind you that are actually on the next evolutionary scale of their journey, and then they will actually still then perpetuate the cycles of exchange with that individual on the spiritual ego path, and actually then compound the light within them to stay stuck as an evolutionary step of their journey. So as a soul level of understanding, you have a choice at this point to be in spiritual ego and to go with it, and then actually some people come and rise and move through you, or as a soul level, if we're here to do as a soul level of understanding, don't get yourself stuck in a cycle and pattern because you feel that you are seen by others and claim the guru status. The diva effect. I am so freaking amazing and I command this, this, and this. Move through it. Move through spiritual ego. And hands up, absolutely, I had a phase of it, but I moved through it quite quickly in comparison with others that get stuck there for years and years and years and years, because what they say goes and what they do is the best, and everyone else is going to fit within that niche of what it is. No, expand, 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 evolve, evolve, and rise and rise. And how do we do that? We do it from our own place of singularity, with what resonates with I, and I evolve into the higher being of all that I am. But I do it with others, helping others, being of service to others, not just doing it because it actually gives you extra cash. No, Don't focus on that. Focus on your perspective of creation. You are a creator. The universe will bring you all that is needed as a result of that, but it takes action also. So it's the balancing of the masculine and the feminine energy within that allows you to really start to evolve into the who am I, and the movement of that into seeing yourself into such depths that it really doesn't matter of how many subscribers you have, because the people that you meet and the people that come to you will be the people that see you. That holds a vibration of purity and trust and divine light. It does not have to be filtered through your heart. You rise and you rise together. We're not talking about masses here. We're talking about the finite few, until the collective starts to shift and change and starts to see the work such as theirs. Light language is quite new to the whole system, but many people are starting to see it. But are you in a search to see me as a light language giver, or is it that you're sparking your own remembrance of what it is that you do to bring in your inner wisdom of light, to see it from your status that you can then go create to be a light code giver? But do you understand what it is that you are here to do? And this is what I'm all about. It's about empowering people to understand their light language, to understand how to balance the energy field, to understand the universal system, into integrating multidimensionality. It's what I do. It's what I am here to do. And I will not conform just to get higher numbers, just to feel that I'm within the collective force of a sense of normality. Be authentic. Shine your light. Do what you came here to do, not just for a gratification of the egoic structure, or else you will be left behind in a cycle and a pattern of behavior and not do your inner work. Ooh, ran over. Nicola on a bit of a rant. I normally only show this side of myself on my Patreon group, but I'm putting it out there. I am honouring my emotional state within this now moment, that I am rising through the journey of it by seeing that I am holding anger within me, and this discontent of souls that do not want to rise, but judgment of them for it. And I own that, and I see that within myself, and I disengage from it by seeing it, by working through my own inner light wisdom. But whilst I am here moving through this phase of my evolution, I will express it. Thumbs up, please. Bit of ego there. See how it comes in. Thumbs up. Comment. Do your thing. Promote your content. It's all a game and all an illusion. It's all spiritual ego to that degree. But does it carry forward on with your own healing journey in not being there to support others through the journey of it? You see, it's all a game, isn't it? That actually, if you are in spiritual ego and you do want to do it, and soften it into that space to be comfortable with it because it gives you a big income, then go do it. That's what you came here to experience. That's the creator of you, who you are. This is the duality of everything. You could say she's flipped now from what she's saying before. Yes, I have. I am from a dualistic experience, observing myself in the expression of it here, creating this video. You see how it works? A little confusing for the mind maybe, but it really is very simple. We see things from different angles and perspectives of our inner knowing and how it's outwardly expressed for others to see. And whether it is here as you listen on this video, or whether it is within your relationships, you stand firm in what it is that you came here to do, what it is that the heart desires. You move through the minds and the emotional states, and you stand firm in a warrior state of being, ooh type energy, rather than type energy. It's a oof energy. Yeah? It's completely different to a energy. It's a no. I know it. I absolutely know it. And I'm authentic with it. And I stand here firm, and it invokes sometimes emotions, and I honor my emotions, and I move it through me, as I see it, as plain to see. And within it, within this example, within this wonderful presentation, this wonderful gift for you, is, if you're still with me, see it within yourself. Do you judge others through the journey of it? Yes, you probably do, just like I. Do you honour them for that position? Yes, you do, just like I. And we rise together through the journey of it. This subject is brought up, it is seen, it is seen, it is seen. And so it can move through you once you see it. And you see, and you come to a place of peace within your mind, that I just align to the energy flow through my system, that it's actually okay. It showed me my emotion. It showed me the energy that created this video in the first place. And there is where the energy starts to trickle out of me as I breathe, as I let it go. And as I replace that light with inside of myself, I breathe. And I see my light from an ego position and from a higher position. And I settle in out of rant, out of ego, into holding that space within me, that my heart starts to shine through the divine spark of light. And there it is, that beautiful transference of energy. Dalagiat and akaisha, dakuya bakana moshura tekiten ish bakite, manatova lakaisha tata, mumbabosh bakite nasha. There we go. Isn't it so beautiful, the way that we can work quite simplistically? It's like that particular experience that triggered the emotion of anger within me. I could have carried that on all day, but I just jumped on the video and I just expressed it authentically to show you how I do it. It's to empower you within your journey. If you feel so into that response of being guided through the journey of it, I am not empowering you at all. I'm just presenting. Let's put it that way round, rather than I'm empowering you. Take it which way you feel you want to take it. Okay, everyone is on their own path, and it really doesn't matter if somebody is on their spiritual ego. See where it's calming down now into my being, into seeing, into having compassionate heart for people's journeys. That it's all divine. It's all freaking divine. Once you see it this way, you see it that, and you settle in the middle without judgment of someone, just pure observation of yourself through the journey of your own spiritual ego. As you see it in others, you'll see it in yourself. Within that space that you clear by recognizing it and settling it, you just allow it just to be there. A little cherry on the top. You hold that energy, that light within, to see the rant and expression of the human ego, whether it's spiritual ego or emotional ego, really doesn't matter. We honour all that we are. And as we settle into that divine light, it comes into centre. Siamakoya, siya tarisya. Just let that energy move through. Bring it in with breath. And there we go. A compound, a juxtaposition of seeing yourself in a sense of balance of ego and mind. That of the divine light spark of all that you are. Oh. Don't you just love this process? So, honestly, so what's that? 20 minutes in. 20 minutes and I processed me being really angry this morning, ranting and raving around, honouring it, and now I'm like, yeah, whatever. Actually, does it really matter? No. We just play. We play in those emotions. So there we go. There we go, there we go. There's the video for today. It was a little bit different, wasn't it? So ego's kicking back in again. See how we start to do this and this? Like, I see the ego, okay, whatever. Oh, I see the bliss, bliss, bliss. Oh, I see the ego. Oh, is it spiritual ego? Is it mind ego? Ooh, 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 ooh. So, let me know in the comments. Are you in spiritual ego or in your ego of emotional state? Or are you in your bliss state? Or are you floaty and not actually anchoring down? Where are you at? Where are you all at? Thanks so much for joining me. Remember, 8 program. Check out the link below. Online course for light language. Link below. Okay, everything's there. Website. Link below. See, it's all ego. It's all ego. Let me be seen. Let me be seen. It's all ego. Okay. Starting to check out the hair. Needs a wash. Ego. Feeling. Bliss state. Higher self. Let's balance it into the body now. Okay. Ranting on. Okay. Take care, everyone. See you all very soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Ego. And yes, gonna go and do my day after creating ego, and yeah, embodying it down into physicality. Yeah, let's co-play human ego. See you all very soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.